Hi guys, welcome to Latin. I'm so happy to walk this Roman road with you. So we're going to do a couple of videos. This is going to be an introduction video, and then the next video will be maybe another introduction to the lesson, because that's how Mr. Henle has it. He has an introduction to everything, and then an introduction to the first lesson, then the first lesson. So that's what I'm going to do here too. So I recommend, whenever you're trying to study any language, you need to spend at least an hour a day studying it, and that should be no problem for you. But I recommend 20 minutes, then take a break, 20 minutes, take a break, 20 minutes, take a break. And that is because studies have shown that your brain is active and ready to learn and soaking things up for 20 minutes, and then no, it's gone. You can sit there and study more and more and more, but your study level has been almost to zero. So don't do that. Do 20 minutes and then get up, go get some water, look out the window for a little bit, sing a song, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, whatever, and then come right back and do 20 minutes again, and your brain will be ready to go for 20 minutes, and then stop, take a little couple minute break, do something else, go back for your last 20 minutes. That will be the best learning that you can do. So that's my advice. For challenge A, our main emphasis is to become familiar with the structure and the vocabulary of Latin. And so we're going to focus on that. I have my notes here that I'm reading. You're going to have 3 things to do for Latin. Number 1, you're going to read your lesson in Mr. Henle's purple book, this little guy here. And then the next thing you're going to do is write out your vocabulary cards. And the next thing you're going to do is some exercises that you will get to do in this book. They'll tell you some different little exercises, and those are great because what does exercise do? If you exercise, think about it. These guys who just exercise their muscles all the time, what does it do? It makes their muscles super strong, right? And that's what you want. You want your brain to become super strong in Latin. And Mr. Henle keeps telling us that the more exercises you do, the easier it becomes. You think about somebody who's been doing exercises for a really long time. To pick up a 20-pound box, it's probably pretty easy for him because he's exercised with weights for so long and done other heavy lifting for so long that 20 pounds is not that big a deal. And so that's what I want for you. I want you to exercise so much and so well in your brain and know your vocabulary cards and know what the lesson is so well that it's really becomes easy for you. That's my goal. Let's see. What else did my notes say? Let's see. Okay. About Mr. Henle, Father Henle. He was a Jesuit priest, and I think Henle's books are fabulous. What a gift Mr. Henle or Father Henle has given us by systematically writing down all the steps that we need, that you and I need, to learn this language of Latin. His books and his steps that he's written down are very orderly. There's a specific order, and you do this, you learn these vocabulary words, do these exercises, and then you'll just know the things. It's pretty amazing. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read you. I know, I am taking time to read this book, which you're supposed to read, but I'm going to read it with you. So get your purple book out. Let's turn past all these other little pages, all the little content things, to page 1, where it says introduction. And I'm going to read it to you because I think this is so great. This is great life advice for all kinds of things. He's talking about Latin here, but really you could apply it to anything. And I just think it's so great. I want to read it to you so you don't miss it. Introduction to the student. You are now beginning the study of Latin, and you will continue it for 2 or more years. You want to make a success of it, just as you do when you take up golf or bridge or build an airplane or work on a job. If you make a success of it, you will come to like Latin and to enjoy reading the great books written in that language. Besides, Latin will give you many things. It will teach you how to work intelligently and systematically. It will teach you what language, man's most wonderful and useful invention, is. It will teach you to speak and write better. You will develop habits of concentration and correct thinking and many other habits which you will be able to appreciate only after you have acquired them. So what he's saying is, work on this. Do what he says. Do it. Obey it. Make a habit of this. Make a habit of doing your stuff really well, and only after you do that for a while, you will appreciate it. So it's pretty cool. You've perhaps heard that Latin is hard. We have tried to apply in this book the old Roman principle of war. Divide et impera. Divide and conquer. So, soldier guys, divide and conquer. We have presented Latin in a series of easy steps. If you study each step day by day, Latin will become easier and you will get to like it. But you must, capital letters, study right from the beginning. Your knowledge of Latin is just like a building. If you don't put the foundation strongly and firmly, it will be very hard to keep the third story where it belongs. Your success in Latin will depend on 3 things. Number 1, you must study each day's lesson carefully right from the start. Number 2, you must learn to review for yourself so you won't forget what you have already learned. A good method is to write out a series of questions on each lesson and go over these each night at home before you begin your new lesson. Don't just look at the answers or don't just read them. Make yourself recite, say the answers, and then check them in the book. Gradually, you'll have so much to review that you won't be able to go over it all each day. Then do it by turns, one section today and another tomorrow. But whenever you find that you cannot answer one of your questions, like if you can't remember something, mark it down and review it. That means go look at it again. Review it specially every day for a week or so. If you do this regularly, you will soon find that Latin gets easier. And then when you come to the examination, you won't have a lot to learn and you won't have to worry a bit. You will find hints on studying vocabulary on page 8 of this book. Now, the third thing you must do, number 3, you must do the exercises carefully. You remember we talked about the person who is trying to build up their muscles, or think about someone who is trying to be on a swim team and they want to beat their time and they want to, get better and better and better. What do? They practice, they practice, they practice, they practice. And you can't have somebody else practice for you. So Mr. Henle says, you must do the exercises carefully. Don't try to get help on an exercise until you are really stuck. This is all in caps. You learn by working out the exercises for yourself. Just as you learn to swim by blundering about in the water, not by watching someone else set a world's record in the pool. Caps again. The more exercises you do, the more quickly you will master Latin, and the easier it will be later on. If you really want to learn, you will read and translate more Latin than your teacher assigns. Extra work, if you really want to do it. When your exercises are corrected, be sure to understand the corrections. So that's important, because if you get something wrong, then there's a reason you got it wrong. You need to figure out, why did I get this wrong? What's wrong with this? It's kind of like if you're building Legos and you put a piece wrong in back here, you've got to go back and figure out, I got to put the correct piece in. And so you go back and you look at your little diagram that shows you everything to do, and you go back and correct it. Well, it's the same thing here. If you get something wrong in Latin, something you don't understand, you need to go back and figure out why you don't understand that, so that we can get all the correct pieces in that foundation so that you can build upon that. All right, let's get back to this. I'm sorry. It says, when your exercises are corrected, be sure to understand the corrections. Always try to learn why a thing is right or why it's wrong. This is the way you develop your mind and get a firm grasp on what you're learning. In class 2, be sure to understand explanations. And when you don't understand, ask a question, because we want to get that foundation firm. When you study at home, go someplace where you will not be disturbed by other people or distracted by the radio, probably these days, the TV, the internet, something like that. You simply waste time by studying without paying close attention to what you're doing. If you're not able to concentrate and pay close attention, why are you doing it? You're just wasting your time. You will learn more in less time if you really concentrate on your work. You have an exercise to do, and when you sit down to do it, do it. Don't fiddle with your papers. Don't look out the window. That exercise is a job to be done, and you are the one to do it now. In this way, you will learn how to concentrate, and the power of concentration is vital to any success. So you're teaching your brain how to concentrate if you do this. Great lawyers, doctors, engineers, and all successful men need to have the power to concentrate. Need and have the power to concentrate. So I thought that was a great introduction, just to tell you, work hard and you're gonna succeed. So put your mind to something. This is your time in your life where this blessing of education is yours right now, and you can sit down and have the time to do these things. Some people in other countries don't have that blessing, but you do. So when you sit down to learn something, learn it well, and you will have it in your toolbox for the rest of your life to use in whatever manner the Lord has for you to use it. So anyway, I think you're going to do great on this. All right, I'm going to stop this here, and we're going to go to the next introduction of the lesson on the next video. See you in a minute.